Some Montreal strip club dancers are striking during Grand Prix, one of their biggest weekends of the year. Let me explain.
So in strip clubs, it's, our bosses are not all liable for a safe working place. So it makes it harder to ask for better working conditions.
But not all of the city's erotic dancers. Some are actively opposing this move.
We want change, it's just we're not sure this is exactly the change that we want.
CBC agreed to conceal the identities and use only aliases for the dancers interviewed for this story. This is due to the concerns for their safety and potential retribution from their employers. Some of the voices also have been modified. Formula One weekend is one of the biggest money makers of the year for Montreal's strip clubs. But on Saturday, instead of heading to work, some dancers with the Sex Work Autonomous Committee are planning to walk out. But inside the industry, workers are deeply divided over whether those demands would actually improve their lives. Here's what they want: employee status. Most strippers in Montreal work as independent contractors, not salaried employees. That means dancers often pay clubs a fee to work a shift, but they keep control over their schedules, working hours, and clients. Strike organizers argue employee status would give them stronger labor protections and safer working conditions.
They always make us feel like we're replaceable. So if you ask for too much, you will get kicked out, or they will just not book you just because they can.
A bit idealistic.
Some dancers aren't on board. They say employee status could create new barriers for vulnerable workers, especially in an industry still heavily stigmatized. Some also fear formal hiring process could increase discrimination.
We like the degree of autonomy that we have currently, and too much power in the hands of our employees could reproduce the racial discrimination that is happening.
Bar fees. One of the strikers' main demand is eliminating the money dancers pay clubs to work a shift. Strike organizers say bar fees unfairly shift business costs onto workers.
And then you also have to tip the manager and the DJ at my club, so this can add up. And some clubs, there's also penalties, like if you're late, if you forget to take your underwear on the stage.
But some dancers like this system, comparing it to renting a chair at a hair salon, paying for the workspace while maintaining independence over earnings.
So if we abolish the bar fee, then they will take their money through a cut on the money that you are making, which is what we are trying to avoid. I would much rather pay $50 to work than $350 because I now owe the club a quota.
Despite the divide over the strike, both groups say they support one larger demand: decriminalizing sex work. Right now, selling sexual services is legal in Canada, but purchasing them remains criminalized under federal law. This is less of a demand of employers than it is of governments and society at large. Dancers say they want more support networks, harm reduction resources, and better information sharing within the industry without what they see as increased employer control.
Under a decriminalized model, we would have way more autonomy. We are allowed to screen clients.
We can say no to clients.
Exactly. And we can work within our own networks.
So, for these reasons, some Montreal dancers will walk out on a job during one of the busiest moments of their year. That's despite concerns among some of them that speaking publicly could lead to losing work or drawing unwanted attention in an industry that some workers still rely on anonymity to stay safe.